You know you want to.
Prove it then.
I told you that this entire clip that you're watching right now is fake. It was generated by Kling V3, their most realistic video generation model ever. And it's a catch. It's available now, but it's available on their $129 a month plan. But if you stick around, you won't only know how to get that for significantly cheaper, more than half off, but you'll also be able to see just how powerful their new version 3 model is. Starting off, Kling says it enters their 3.0 era, their all-in-one for all model. So you can think of Kling 3.0 like the upgrades to their previous models, but actually combined. Their previous model was their Kling Video 2.6 and their Kling Video 01, which is their Omni model, which is now combined. Starting off with what Kling 2.6 is and what Kling 3.0 and how it's different is, well, with Kling 2.6 you had things like text to video, image to video, start frame to video, and you had native audio, but that was it. In Kling Video 3.0 you also get multi-shots, so you can actually have scenes with different type of shots in there with Kling 3. Not only do you have start frames with Kling 3, but you also have elements like scenery, objects, and all those other things. You can also put multiple characters in there, as well as multilingual support for other languages: Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean, and Spanish. And you also have a 15-second output duration, as well as flexible durations if you want to make it a little less than that. Here's an example of Kling version 3 with their first frame and the output of it.
These trees will turn yellow in the month.
But they'll be green again next summer.
Are you always this optimistic?
Only about summers with you.
오늘 후원에서 피어난 꽃을 보니 시원한 바람이 분다. 너도 함께 걸어볼까? 네, 아씨님. 따라갈게요.
Prompt is here. They do have some Chinese in there, so you can see that they're able to say in English words that were typed in Japanese or Chinese or Mandarin, so you can see the difference between the two. But here's another one with a starting frame and the video output, and both of those generations are pretty good, but it doesn't just stop there. Kling also had an update to their Kling 01, which is what they call their Omni model, which is now Kling 3.0 Omni, which the original version did have text to video, image to video, starting in frame, multiple image references, as well as elements in their 01 model, but it didn't have any native audio and it didn't allow multiple shots, so you can add different perspective and camera changes with the new Kling 3.0, as well as you have video editing, video element references, supports you uploading recorded videos. Kling 3.0 also supports adding voice to elements, so you can actually add a unique voice to each element, as well as supports multi-shot generations, so having different type of angles and different scenes, and it's up to 15 seconds, which the Kling 01 only supported 10 seconds, so major increases. And we can see how to use the first frame and the element images here using that Kling 3.0 Omni to make this scene right here.
Xiaomei.
And here's another one without using the element images and just using the first frame.
Xiaomei.
Both are actually pretty good. But not only that, they also have updated their audio output and character references for better languages, as we talked about earlier. And you can see it here where they insert this image here of a family sitting on the couch, and we can see how well the audio actually is. Check it out.
Wow, I didn't expect this plot at all.
Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Never thought that would happen.
It's the best twist ever! I can't believe they did that!
In that video, you're able to tell that these people have, well, not only different voices, but you can tell the range from adult male as well as younger girl. And they did that all in one video output, which is pretty good. Not only that, they do have another one here that shows off just how realistic but as well as how well Kling handles audio now. Check it out.
숙제 다 했어? 왜 여기 있어?
시험이 너무 무서워.
걱정 마. 넌 잘할 거야.
It doesn't just stop there. Kling is actually able to capture text pretty well. And what I mean by text is that it preserves the text in video, where you can see in this video. Check it out.
Bathe in the golden hour. Kling a whisper of Parisian elegance. Wrap yourself in luxury with every breath.
As you saw, they did a pretty good commercial of a perfume bottle with all the shine and glisten off the perfume bottle, but you still saw that it preserved the word Kling on the actual bottle itself during the generation. Kling can also output up to 15 seconds of actual video, and as you see in these two examples using these input images, that it can just create 15-second video that are pretty good. Check it out.
Stop!
Morning. Morning.
And those generations are pretty good. I will say the woman in the dress does seem like really realistic, but you can definitely tell it kind of deteriorated in the people in the background. But also, one of the powerful things about Kling 3.0 Omni is its ability to maintain consistencies with people, but also objects, where you're seeing this video right here. That was pretty good. They actually had these elements right here in this prompt to give you that commercial, but it was able to preserve that lipstick when it came to creating that video. But you can also reference different characters within Kling, like how we saw in the family earlier. You can add multiple people in a video, keeping them having their own voice and look and feel to it, being consistent throughout the whole video. But also you can write dialogue for them so that even the AI can keep track of who's saying what and who's doing what. You can just reference them, as you see in this prompt here, where you can see it has a Japanese boy, a Japanese girl, Japanese boy says this and Japanese girl says that. You can see that they're able to just reference it. And here's the actual output for that.
你好，很高兴认识你。
你好，很高兴认识你。你喜欢听钢琴曲吗？
我喜欢听呀。
我有一首很喜欢的曲子，你要不要听一听？
Wasn't too bad, and they actually uploaded an entire video as the reference for the girl, and they did the same thing for the Japanese boy to actually add it into the clips. And even though this is really realistic and everything, you can also do a little bit more, where we see that they were able to also do different cartoons. Check it out.
Do you know what the most interesting thing in the world is? It's going on an adventure with me. The next stop is the Atlantic Ocean.
That was pretty good. It seems like a really good cartoon animator, honestly. Besides how realistic everything looks, the cartoon actually does a really good job. Not only that, this was made by using the elements by adding like pictures of the cartoon from more like a front shot, side shot, and behind, so you can keep it consistent in the video. But not only that, they were also able to add this audio clip right here to the actual KlingAI, so it actually knew what kind of voice the animation would have. It referenced it, which is crazy. But you can also have precise control over the shots, which is one of the good things about Kling 3 Omni, where we see here that they have the shots that says 15 seconds, windy day in the mountains, and they have the male lead with an irrepressible smile, and it just is going from one shot. They added in these elements for the bride and groom, and this is the output.
你说我们这场婚礼会不会太过简单了？没有其他人为我们祝福的感觉。
风声，
风声就是他们给我们的祝福。
Overall, this is pretty good to say the least. That this is all generated by AI, which is kind of crazy. But those were the demos that they had for themselves within the company, but other people had other outputs. I think this one is pretty cool, where this person from Twitter, his name is Uncanny Harry AI, actually generated like a short form clips where they're doing this monster presentation, and then you can see the actual payoff of the pitch later on, if that makes sense. But check it out.
The film I am pitching is a horror, a monster movie. Based on South African folklore, we open on a drone shot of the falls.
Did you see that? Something brushed against my leg.
Relax, there are no crocodiles here.
As you saw there, you saw this guy trying to pitch like this movie idea, and then the next video was actually the idea paying off by the movie actually being created in a short form. I thought that was pretty cool. But even this is cool. This is $129 a month right now for Kling. It will be rolling out later on for much cheaper, and what I promised you was a cheaper alternative to get. You can actually get this on Higgsfield right now for cheaper than what it costs, about $89, which I still think is pricey. But there's also another place called Hedra, which is a AI video platform kind of like Higgsfield, and you get this on their like creator tier or even their basic tier. But the creator tier gives you more credits to play around with, as well Kling can eat through some credits if you're actually playing around with it. And Hedra's creator tier is $30 a month. That's less than half of what the ultimate tier is on Kling, but their basic tier is $10. So you can play around with this if you want to for just $10 right now. But it doesn't just stop there. There's also other platforms that do have deals going on. You should definitely look at my Twitter as well as subscribe to the channel so I can keep you up to date, because if you follow my Twitter, I can let you know when there's deals being had on these platforms, so you can play around with a lot of these video generators without having to burn through as much money. But there's also just a lot of different clips here I'm gonna just put back to back as montages to show you what the community has made when it comes to the AI clips. But if you want to keep up the latest and greatest AI videos, news, texts, and tips, you should definitely like and subscribe. With that being said, check out these clips.
You could have ditched me.
I thought about it.
And?
You'd miss me.
What do you think of Kling 3.0 so far?
Are we allowed to say game changer still?
They get mad about that one.
Oh, really? I'm gonna get my flamethrower.
Sorry, Google!
Every New Year, the monster would visit the village and terrify the villagers.